What if the Earth suddenly stopped spinning right now? At first, most people wouldn't understand what happened. Cars would still move. People would still walk through the streets. Everything would seem normal for less than a second. Because even if the Earth stopped, the atmosphere would continue moving at incredible speed. And that's when the real nightmare begins. The first second, the atmosphere would continue traveling around the planet at more than 1,600 kilometers per hour. The result would be catastrophic. Massive winds stronger than any hurricane in history would instantly sweep across the Earth. Cars would be thrown through streets. Trees would be ripped from the ground. Windows would explode outward from skyscrapers. People caught outside would have almost no chance to survive. Entire cities would begin collapsing within seconds. The first minute, panic would spread everywhere. Nobody would understand what was happening. Phones would flood emergency lines. Airplanes in the sky would suddenly lose stability. Pilots would struggle to control their aircraft inside violently unstable atmosphere. Around the world, millions of people would try escaping, but there would be nowhere safe to go. The first hour. The destruction would continue growing. Massive dust storms would cover entire cities. Roads and highways would collapse under extreme forces. Buildings already damaged by the winds would begin falling apart. Power grids would fail across entire countries. At night, entire cities would suddenly disappear into darkness, and humanity would realize this was not temporary. Earth itself had changed forever. The first day, the oceans would begin shifting. Earth's rotation currently controls the balance of water across the planet. Without that balance, massive tsunamis would begin forming. Entire coastal cities would disappear beneath giant walls of water. Ships would crash into buildings. Millions of survivors would try moving inland. Meanwhile, the communication systems around the world would begin collapsing. Satellites would fail. Internet systems would disappear. Modern civilization would slowly stop functioning. The first week, the climate would begin transforming the planet. One side of Earth would face endless sunlight. The other side would fall into permanent darkness. On the dark side, temperatures would rapidly fall. Snowstorms would cover entire cities. Survivors would search desperately for heat. But on the side facing the sun, temperatures would rise to deadly levels. Forests would burn endlessly. Rivers would dry out. Entire regions would become impossible to survive in. The first month, Earth would no longer feel like home. Agriculture would collapse completely. Plants and animals would begin disappearing. Food shortages would spread across every remaining human settlement. The air itself would become dangerous to breathe. Dust, smoke, and toxic particles would fill the atmosphere. Humanity would move underground, trying to survive beneath the ruined planet above them. 1 year later, civilization as we know it would be gone. Most cities would stand empty. Roads would remain silent. The oceans would never return to normal. Gigantic storms would continue circling the atmosphere forever. From space, Earth would look terrifying. One half frozen beneath endless darkness. The other half burning beneath eternal sunlight. That humanity once called home would become almost unrecognizable. Final message.
We held on for as long as we could. If you are listening, the future rests with you now. Don't make our mistakes.
Terrifying truth is, life on Earth depends on its rotation every second. Right now, the planet beneath your feet is moving through space at incredible speed. You just never notice it. But if that motion ever stopped, everything would change forever.